As usual, Chris the Oracle Maduka is in the studio. Chris, good morning, and thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you, Chigi, and happy Mother's Day.
Oh, thank you so much. I hope you have eaten your Mother's Day Sunday.
No,
Sunday rice and stew and chicken.
Cooking, rice, stew and chicken with far-fished.
Ah.
I'm still cooking the ofaku before I left the house.
That is even better. That is even better. I prefer ofaku.
I don't know when you start working for Tinubu because he clocked 73.
What's the relationship between ofaku and Tinubu?
Because I'm talking about why you cannot prepare rice, red stew, and tomato and all those fried things and chicken and we went for the local one. None of them is affordable anyway these days.
Oh,
but
you know what they say, in all things you give thanks, right?
Happy Mother's Day to all the women today, and like we wished them very well yesterday. We are saying, God help all the women fulfill the desire of God for creating them on earth.
Amen.
And let them have more sense of responsibility and remember us in their paradise. When I say us, I mean the men. Because the women are taking over and they are moving to higher heights.
I'm not sure I agree with that.
Well, no.
I just believe we are complementary. There's no taking over. Nobody's taking over anything.
No, you have to do a lot of awareness creation among some women.
No, you have to realize that the women, they have their roles in the society. If you listen to my introduction, women were being celebrated for their roles.
That reminds me, I hope that when it is Father's Day, you will do this as a kind of research and tell us the origin.
Fathers do now, I'll be father. Am I a father?
I'm saying, oh, see?
I will.
See what I'm saying? But it's complementary. I'm saying, when you're talking about women, we as students of gender studies, we remember you have at a point feminism was in sway and it came from the Europe and America, and the African development. Some in the developing countries like Africa, women misunderstood what it is.
Yes.
Even across, they find it difficult to make the women here take it. So it brought some confusion.
You know, feminism is one ideology that I don't even think it has a particular definition. It means so many things to so many people.
At the point, it came with womanhood. Womanhood came, sisterhood came. They tried all those things, and a lot of people, they would drop that, and the people are misunderstanding it because some well-to-do women at the top are pushing academics and discourses with all these things. And eventually, everybody settled down to gender. And I now say gender is about everything, because the world is genderized. So the men, women, all the vulnerable groups, everybody should be included on what they call social inclusion. That is the one that attracts my attention.
Yes.
But every other one before has caused confusion.
Well, can I ask you a question? I know this is not part of our review, but it's important. Why can't Africans develop their ideologies and export it to the world? For example, the option A4 that we spoke about. Can't we build it into our own curriculum, study it, export it? The African judiciary system, we found it came to play in Rwanda. And it served justice. Can't we use those things, export it? Why would we always, import things from the West when we know that?
No, there was nothing wrong. You know the Igbo proverb that says,
True.
Some people started this journey about whatever they feel, and they saw the light. Probably they think they saw the light, because we also seen the light here. But they came and imposed their own cunningly and diplomatically, and started what they call mind-bending process, and wiped up some of our ideas of growth.
But do we have to adopt everything?
And now this is at this point now that we say adopt the ones that are good, pick from both sides, form what they call a new idea of governance, economy, philosophy, so that you find what you call the new civilization that is grassroots invented from Africa. So that, but if we swallow line, hook, and sinker, whatever.
Well, we've seen
it's where we are. We are confused. We are confused because we are mulatto Culturally, we are mulatto. Politically, we are mulatto. Religiously, we are. And mulatto is just like hanging here or there. And we are
moving ahead.
Dancing all around. And
all right, moving on.
Yes.
Into a newspaper review for the day, please.
Yes, and all is part of it. Muslims celebrate end of Ramadan. And we, like you said, we have wished all our Muslim brothers and sisters happy, what is a happy Salah, Eid al-Fitr. And in the spirit of the first celebration, we expect peace, we expect accommodation, we expect brotherliness, we expect, nationhood, we expect a nation where no one is oppressed. We expect that these principalities and powers, wickedness in high and low places should be jettisoned for us to have peace. We expect that we live together and accommodate each other. Ebe belu, go belu. Of course, you know what the Africans say, the proverb said, let in kukwaya. It means let the wings, get. But
they've remodeled that.
No, that's the remodeling is where I don't believe. You pick it from the angle you want. My angle is that you should either do what is right or forget it. There's no need, no midway. And we have just finished about mulatto.
Where is the role of mercy here?
The mercy is that some people are tempting God. God said, Adam, do not eat this fruit. If you eat it, this is the repercussion. Adam ate the fruit, and we are suffering the repercussion. Did God change it? The grace is that you be alive to suffer the outcome of it. That's the only grace you get from God. That's what we call common grace. That's extraordinary, and some of the grace we ask from God are not given because God has already given His grace and given His word. It's either you jump in or jump out. And you want to be here, and when it's pleasant, you fair weather believers in any faith you are. Be firm, because I know all the holy books have promoted peace.
Yes.
And interpretation of people who are practicing it might be why we are suffering what we are suffering. So our Muslim brothers and sisters, happy Salah. I'm expecting my own ram, either by virtual or by analog. Reprisal killing of the Edo travelers has been condemned, and the governor of the state of the victims, as they buried them today, is saying, let no one think about a reprisal. And I stand with the governor to ask that we, for once, my father told me in any house where there is peace, there is somebody who is willing to bear. I said, okay. For us, if in a house you have husband and wife who are always quarreling, nobody want to give in. But once you have peace, somebody say, okay, because of, if not anything, because of God, because of the love I have for you, because of the children, there must be a reason why you say, I forgive, I won't take this case further. And let the other party also understand that somebody is taking that pain to bear and sacrifice. Because some people are really wicked. When they say you are weak, they see it as weakness when you can always say, okay, for peace to reign, let us move on, I forgive you. They will continue to press it on you until, as one of my friends told me one day, he said, each time they talk about it, he said, I'm a born-again Christian. Who told them born-again Christianity is stupidity? I bear for you the first one. You came back, I bear for you, because Jesus said, slap me 79 times, 79 times. Then you keep slapping me. Then you come and you don't see the cheek to slap again. Is it not wickedness? So if you think you can slap me, slap yourself first. Then when you slap me and I bear for you, you now know the extent of what I bear. When you have not slapped yourself once, you keep slapping and say, Jesus said, how many times will your brother offend you? It means wickedness in high and low places. Perpetuating wickedness, because you know, if I bear for you, doesn't mean it's just for peace to reign. And if you appreciate it, you won't do it again. That's it. So what is good for the geese is good for the gander. ASU has lost 18 members in 1 month. ASU new president, Osedeke, said in Tribune. we condone with we are console with the ASU for losing 18 members in just 1 month. And then why we have to even join when the lecturers are dying? Who will now lecture the students? Now, if they have to lose at their level of enlightenment, they know what they've lost 18 members due to hardship and hunger and due to whatever is happening in Nigeria. It means even more will be lost if what happened in recent past continues in the recent future. So what we have to do is to keep asking, as our president celebrates 73rd birthday, still kicking and strong, he should look into Nigerian situation. Because they've asked us to keep faith. 2 good years of keeping faith, and we have not seen much changes in the affairs of welfare of Nigeria.
Yes.
We say he should look more and do more. Amechi, in this day, said, Tinubu is trying to scare governors who may not support him in 2027. Well, it's the word of Amechi against the president, but he might have some. That's why everybody is condemning because once you start, my father said, Nkobata is
you
not
learned so much from your dad.
It's not Nkobata that is the issue, it's Nkwopu. That's when you rush into areas. If the president has rushed into quickly suspending elected officers in Nigeria, democratically elected officers, it marks that the president has tested the ground because he's a human being.
Yeah.
And when you say absolute power,
corrupts absolutely.
Corrupts absolutely. We are just crying so that what our cries we are raising constitutionally might serve as checkmate. And if we still want as a democratic, if we still want to run Nigeria as a democratic nation, we should be able to look at the checkmates, all those check and balances that are dropped along the line of structure of governance, and apply them. Because if we allow the president in his infinite wisdom to choose, the humanness in the president will step in.
Yes.
So that's why I know that the people who actually structured democracy thought about all those checks and balances, and they tried to put it along the lines. And in a well-developed democracy, they have tried to adhere, despite the temptations to do what they call veto, and they use incumbent powers. They have always tried to show maturity in their test in disposition of things in the governance system to adhere to those checks and balances in the system. And in the nation, our president said, I nearly quit 2023 race amid economic hardship.
And I believe in
Mr. President, we wish you happy birthday because we're still in the euphoria. We saw some pictures on the headlines where a big celebration was holding in Aso Rock. We are saying, remember that what is good for the geese is good for the gander. If we are able to celebrate in our homes like that once in a while, it won't be bad. But we find that celebration has actually almost become a thing of the past in our homes. And if the Igbo proverb said, only, that's what is causing wahala. When one person chop, another person no chop. That's what brings envy and jealousy and wickedness in high and low places, even temptations to cause terror, and then kidnapping and killings and all manner of vices. So let's make sure that the thing goes around. There used to be a party, I don't know what, when they were saying, they're shouting their slogans, and the people were somewhere saying, share the money. They will shout the name of the party, say, share the money. We won't say APC, share the money. We will say APC, let the welfare,
let the dividends go
the
around.
Dividend of democracy go around. That's actually what I would suggest that should be the tagline for the All Progressive Party, Congress. And that says should be better. I was dealing with some development organization that said their major essence of coming for the tagline is to share development, welfare, not to come and cause confusion. Buhari through phone calls, celebrates his friend and said, I have no regret having Jagaban.
Said, I'm proud of my association.
The sitting president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as my friend. I didn't expect much different. I wasn't expecting that you call Jagaban and say, wow. Well, I wonder why the calls. You could have flew into Asorok to have a tot of whiskey, presidential whiskey.
I thought so too. I noticed he was absent during former head of president Babangida's book launch. I hope he's
well. If he's not well, it's only the people who are well can make phone calls. Let's not.
Yes.
He is well. Also, I don't know what his age now, but since Buhari, I mean, Tinubu is 73. I hope also that Buhari is within that range, minus plus.
Well,
that's.
I don't even know how to react to that.
Yes, I'm not. I'm supposed to react to you. You're supposed to. So what next week I'll talk about so that we react.
All right. So there isn't much actually. Why we approved emergency rule in River State coming from Senate? Are they having some kind of regret?
Well, I don't know. Whatever reason, our national
a pinch in their conscience. Why are they trying to, talk to the people and trying to justify what they've done it and they have done it? Why do you think they are trying to justify their actions?
It's not over until it's over. People are still talking. People are still talking, and they keep replying and justifying that action. And it's in democracy, majority we have their say. It's like a minority. I don't know how they say it, but if I know what is happening is majority have their say, minority have their way.
All right.
Which has been against democracy.
The Oracle, we have just 2 minutes.
Okay.
Just say something about the current drama between the head of service, Fubara, the wife of the head of service.
And you remember, you saw the drama is getting more interesting. Because
more intriguing.
The wife said, this Mweke, I know, it's not, no, this is not my husband.
Yes.
He said, this can't be my husband.
And you see from the videos that her cries and her wailings, they were not, fabricated.
And something is, what happens? There is what they call some people. The Bible tried to explain how some people with, the slaves of the olden days, they say their masters with hot iron. Seal the name of the owners of the slave on the body of the slaves. So when they get a hot iron that has maybe an inscription, Chris, and I'll be putting it on the body of so that Chris will be written on.
It's meant to be done on animals, but then they do it on human beings too.
So when people do that on your conscience, you become a different human being. So what?
You think they made an offer to him he couldn't refuse?
Nigerian politicians, and I bet you, have a way of making you offers you don't refuse. And such offers are always, you have 2 ways. You have 2 things. Either you accept this offer or you go and write your will. Because there are certain offers that they will be given, you know that if you refuse this one, they will know that you are really, really, really against them. And they will not allow you to be. Remember that, no man having put his hand to the plow, looking back.
Looking back, yeah.
Now, this particular man have left Port Harcourt. He resigned in Port Harcourt and left Port Harcourt, traveled to Abuja to do press conference.
No, to see his friend actually said he was summoned by his friend.
And then a friend invited you. And then between Port Harcourt and Abuja, which is about 40 minutes flight, your conscience is seared and so many things. And
right.
It's very obvious, and people should. But once in a while, we are not disappointed. We do not expect much. But the powers that are turning everybody that's supposed to stand on themselves.
This was the man that resigned because of the pressure that was coming.
So if you see such things happening, you know that whatever is playing this music for the bird, who is dancing by the forest side, is nearby.
It's nearby.
Because
all right.
Owl does not run in the daytime for nothing. God bless Nigeria.
God bless Nigeria. Good way to end today's review. Thank you so much, Chris, the Oracle, Maduka, I wish we could extend our review time so that we can actually talk more into these things. But whatever, however, everything's going to turn out for good. So stay tuned. New Day continues right after this time out.
Save Nature TV. News in your pocket.